In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Sometimes holding on is what holds us back. Unity of Chicago South. Beyond Walls Spiritual Community. You are invited to a consciousness-lifting celebration. Streaming live at 11 a.m. Sundays. Exclusively at unityocs.org.
Welcome to November, where the spiritual mind power is renunciation. Renunciation is the letting go of old thoughts so that new thoughts may find a place in consciousness. A healthy state of mind is attained when the thinker willingly lets go of the old thoughts and takes on the new. I am an outlet and an inlet for thought. Out with the old, in with the new. As I lovingly embrace the new thoughts, my life experience changes accordingly. As the acceptance of the new thoughts builds a healthier state of mind, I find myself making wiser choices and decisions in life. It is my willingness to accept new thought that brings the change about in my life. The change that I desire. Renunciation is sometimes called elimination. Elimination is an idea in mind of letting go of the old to make room for the new. As new experiences show forth, I bless the old and take on the new. It is exciting, fresh, and unknown. The new is like the manna provided the Israelites in the desert, always fresh, but it will spoil when hoarded. Let us take a moment and look within as renunciation takes hold in our consciousness. Let us see what we can see. The center of renunciation carries forward the work of elimination of error thought from mind and waste from the body. I remove waste from my body daily. My body consists of everything in my life, my world, and my affairs. My life is devoted to the renunciation of error. One must clear the error. Renunciation is the act of renouncing. To renounce is to give up, refuse, or resign by formal declaration. To renounce is to refuse to further follow, obey, or recognize. It is my conviction to refuse duality and to see the good in and through all things. I no longer obey or recognize those that spew hate. I refuse, and so it shall forever be.
we are again. Made it to another month of joy and appreciation time. You know what I'm saying? This is Reverend R. Kenya here at Unity of Chicago South. And of course, today is Guided Meditation Day. Yeah, Guided Meditation Day. Wow. The year went by pretty fast, didn't it? I don't know. Maybe for you it didn't. You know, it's been slow and it's been arduous, but it's almost over. So if it's been a joyous year, or if it's been a year of trials and tribulation, we're at the end of the year. But we are taking the same consciousness with us that we have right now. So if we want to change the rest of this year, if we want to change the new year coming up, we want to change our consciousness. Reverend Bobby talked about eliminating thoughts that we do not want. Thoughts we don't want. And that's where it starts. Taking care of thoughts that we do not want. Wow. I would just spend a moment to talk about the mission of Unity of Chicago South. It's about helping people be better so they can do better. It's not complicated. Recently, I've had conversations with folks, different people, about Jesus and about Christianity. And of course, some of the people that I talk to say, well, Christianity and Jesus are synonymous. They're the same. And of course, if you really understand it and understand that it was the Christ in Jesus that brought this message to us, then you would say, yes, that makes sense. But then when you look at the life of Jesus, when you look at what Jesus taught and preached and lived by, when you look at that, you don't see the Christianity that folks are talking about, Christian national or Christianity nationalism or whatever that crap is. And I do mean that crap because it's some made up stuff. And I'm not sure that the people that are call themselves Christian nationalists even know what Christianity is or what the Christ is all about, and certainly not what Jesus taught. Now, many of you that know me know that I'm not a Bible person, know that I'm not a Jesus freak. But there are teachings within that book, there are teachings that are professed to be given by Jesus, done by Jesus, that just don't fit at all some of the folks calling themselves Christian nationalists. So if I'm a little lax in my interpretation, getting into the Bible and getting into the life of Jesus, these people are so far off that it doesn't even make sense. They are defaming the name of Christianity. And it would do them wise to go get some education, go get some knowledge. Well, so much for that. Welcome to First Sunday, our first Sunday celebration where we do a guided meditation. We share a guided meditation with you here at Unity of Chicago South. I want to thank Reverend Bobby again, as I thank all of the ministers that contribute to what we do here, with him explaining the principle of the month, enunciation, release. And of course, that's part of what our guided meditation is today. I want to alert you that I am speaking at the Universal Unitarian Universalism Society in Geneva on Sunday, November 27th. The information to the address and the time and all of that is on our website. On our website. On our website. I mean, I can't say it enough. On our website. And hopefully you can see that website right there. Unity OCS. It's right there, right on me. Right there. Look at me. Right there. So Unity OCS, and you can get there. You can get information about that and other things that we do. Someone went on the website last night and they were breezing through and they said, "Oh, I see an error here." And I said, "Oh, let me see what that is and see if I can correct it." And they kept perusing. They said, "You have books here." that I can read and they don't cost anything. And I said, yeah, we do. It's not just about what we teach on Sunday or talk on Sunday. It's about the teachings themselves. And they come from a variety of places, and you'll see a variety of different thoughts within our within our library, our free downloading library. So I suggest you go over to the website and see what's there. But right now I want to remind you that there is an infinite source available to everyone. And let you know that it is there for each who seek it, no matter their race, their gender, or their religion. Believe what you may, but you should know that the source of the universe is also the source of each of us. Therefore, the principle supporting the stars is the principle supporting and available to each of us. As I declare this statement in the first person, I declare it for all. I am open and receptive to this divine living principle. Mother, Father, God, I am grateful. This is my declaration. This is my truth. And as I accept it, so it becomes, and all is well, and well indeed. I have a short poem today called Love by Him by Joe Daniel. It goes something like this. Life is wonderful when you're by faith led, giving you hope when heart's heavy as lead. Trust in God, He knows the count of your hair. Let Him guide, don't be frigidly haired. Lean on the Lord when life is hard to bear. Surrender, you can to Him your heart bear. Saved by grace through faith, no need to pay fare. Look to God in prayer when life's not fair. He will take care. Worry not for your bread. He loves you no matter where you are bred. Real simple stuff, basic stuff, but if you just let it come in, it can touch part of you. Just touch part of you. So we're moving into our guided meditation, and it's focused on release, and it's focused on even a higher level of release called surrender. Called surrender. It's so hard sometimes for us to surrender.
What we have,
I'm not just
when we talk about a guided meditation, what we have is that we have an opportunity to, no matter where we are, to be able to come together in consciousness and share the energy. So with that understanding, with that in mind, let us first begin by just finding a comfortable seat. Finding a comfortable seat. And now I want you to stretch, just stretch your spine and ease your shoulders into a relaxing pose. And now just rest your head and your neck. And then get a deep breath in and let it out. One more time, breathe it in and breathe in a feeling of being relaxed. Breathe in a feeling of oneness. And let's let that openness, that oneness expand into your entire area. Then I want you to draw a conscious breath through your nose. Hold it. Release. Breathe in and let this breath move down. Move down through your throat. Swallow it into your heart. Hold it. Release. Now just feel yourself relax. Don't force it. Just feel it. Now breathe in and hold. And then as you release, let everything go. Let go of any feeling. Let go of any thought. Let go of any thought you were trying to hold. Let go of any experience that occurred before this moment. In this moment, at this time, you are open to the complete willingness to be free. Release yourself. Release yourself into that freedom. Allow your internal energy to release itself into the idea of freedom. Just flow. Now open to the energy around you. Allow the melting of the idea of freedom from within to bring peace to the energy in your space. Allow the peace to come from within you. Feel that your entire environment is one of peace. The peace found in the oneness you now embrace in this moment, at this time. Right now you are feeling the union of the inner and outer energy united. You feel the dissolving of any idea of separation. Allow your awareness of the oneness that you are consciously now in. Let that wash over you and let it wash through you. Rest in this awareness. Rest. Any thoughts, any ideas that come into your mind are acknowledged and then let go. Try not to interact with anything right now but the peace you have generated. There is nothing that you need to do. Let go of the shore. In this moment, at this time, you effortlessly release the need to do anything. You move past any concerns outside of this moment. This is your moment. This is your time to surrender. In this safe space you have created, you let go of all perceived needs. Let go of all that is seemingly important. In this space at this time, there is peace without objection. In this atmosphere of surrender, this is a place where there is no story to tell. You are now in the reality of the oneness that is the allness. You are in the center of yourself. You are in the core of divine peace. In this place, in this time, there is nothing to fix. There is nothing to get. There is no past. There is only this moment in time. And in this moment, you are aware of your unique expression of the divine oneness. Rest in that awareness of your uniqueness. Allow your peace to expand into the space that you occupy. Surrender to the peace that you have allowed to come forth from within the depth of your soul. Rest in that embrace of divine peace. Breathe. Release. Breathe. Relax. Exhale. Rest. As you move deeper into this attitude of divine surrender, you understand that you are liberating yourself. You have brought forth from the depths a divine liberation which you now allow to take its place in your conscious beingness. Embrace it. In this moment, at this time, spiritual emancipation is taking place within and through you as your chains to the past are dissolving into the nothingness that they have always been. Right now, we are yielding to the will of our soul, the direction of our inner beingness to liberate us into the peace of right now, the joy of right now, the real of this moment. Feel that liberation as you embrace this moment, and this moment embraces you back. In this moment, there is only divine oneness, and we rest in His wholeness. We rest in His completeness. Breathe in. Hold it. Release. Surrender to the peace. Rest in the quietness. In this moment of recognition and accepted oneness, we allow that realness to move through every cell of our body, through every organ, through every thought, through every part of our humanness, right here, right now. We embrace our wholeness, our completeness, our divine uniqueness. We open to the allness that is inherent in divine oneness. We submit to the good that is God. As we bring ourselves into the awareness of our environment, as we come back to the space between these walls, we come back renewed. We emerge from this meditation with an awakened sense of peace and presence. we come back with an openness of the truth of who and what we are as we surrender to our divine uniqueness. Peace. 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 Presence. 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 Allow the oneness to embrace you and open yourself to embrace it. Yes. I thank you so very much for being with us today for this guided meditation. I invite you to, again, visit our website at .org, unityocs.org. And if, in fact, you wish to be a part of our mailing list, find out more from me, talk with me directly, you can email us right there. welcome@unityocs.org. This is Reverend R. Ken speaking for the Unity of Chicago South community. Again, saying welcome. Have a marvelous, marvelous day, week, life, knowing who you are and what you are, living from that soul awareness. Namaste.